the voices start going off, and then here comes the parent, and I'm like, oh shit, what just happened? What just happened? And then I followed suit with the other four.
And how did you kill them?
That was with my hands around their neck.
Around their neck?
Behind the closed doors of a seemingly ordinary family home, 5 innocent lives, lost in a horrific act of abuse and neglect. What happens when the person entrusted to protect and care for you becomes the one you fear the most? For the 5 children of Timothy Jones Jr., the answer was unimaginable betrayal and ultimately tragedy. Timothy was born on August 23, 1981 in Chicago, Illinois. He grew up in a troubled home, with his parents divorcing when he was young. Timothy's mother later remarried, but the relationship was marked by domestic violence. Despite these challenges, Timothy excelled academically and athletically in high school. He went on to study computer science at the University of South Carolina, where he met his future wife, Amber. The couple had 5 children together: Mira, 8, Elias, 7, Natan, 6, and the 2 youngest ones, Gabriel, 2, and Abigail, 1. However, their relationship was marked by domestic violence, with Timothy being arrested multiple times for assaulting Amber. They got divorced in 2012. After their divorce, Timothy and Amber's relationship remained tumultuous. Despite their efforts to co-parent their 5 children, their interactions were often marked by tension and conflict. Timothy had a history of controlling and abusive behavior towards Amber. Even after their divorce, he continued to exert control over her, often using the children as a means to manipulate her. Amber, on the other hand, was described by friends and family as a loving and devoted mother. She was deeply concerned about the children's well-being and safety, particularly given Timothy's history of violence and instability. Despite her concerns, Amber struggled to maintain a stable relationship with the children. Timothy had been granted primary custody of the children, and Amber was limited to supervised visitation. Timothy would often use the children as a way to punish Amber, limiting her access to them or making it difficult for her to communicate with them. This created a sense of uncertainty and instability for the children, who were already struggling to cope with their parents' tumultuous relationship. August 28, 2014. After a tense phone call, Timothy hangs up on Amber. Amber continually calls Timothy back.
Tim, I'm not calling to argue or anything. I just, for like the past 2 or 3 phone calls, you've been like really on edge. I'm saying you're like coming off really frustrated or whatever, and I was just concerned about you. So please call. I'm not calling to argue or anything.
But her calls keeps going to voicemail. After that, Timothy and the children were nowhere to be found. Days later, Timothy was stopped at a checkpoint in Mississippi, but there was no sign of the children. According to the officers who stopped him, Timothy was sweating profusely and acting erratically. They also noticed a strong smell of human decomposition coming from the car. The children were later found dead in black trash bags in a rural area near Camden, Alabama, on September 9, 2014. Timothy was taken in for questioning. According to Timothy's own confession, on August 28, 2014, he punished his 6-year-old son, Natan, for several hours after the boy allegedly blew up an electric appliance. Jones sent Natan to bed, only to find him dead in bed hours later. Timothy freaks out.
The voices start going off, and then here comes the parent, and I'm like, oh shit, what just happened? What just happened? And then I followed suit with the other 4.
And how did you kill them?
That was with my hands around their neck.
Around their neck?
Timothy strangled Mara and Elias with his bare hands, and then proceeded to strangle Abigail and Gabriel with a belt.
Used a belt too.
Used a belt too?
Who do you remember using the belt on?
Babies.
During the trial, Amber, Timothy's ex-wife and mother to his 5 children, took the stand. She described the chilling call she had the night prosecutors alleged Timothy killed the kids.
I heard my son crying, and I asked him what was wrong. He said, "Mom, I didn't mean to." And Tim got mad and and said, "Why do you always have to defend the kids?"
But the moment she attempts to read aloud a letter she wrote to her 8-year-old daughter, Mira, she breaks down.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
My babies, my babies.
When she was asked if Timothy should be given the death penalty, what she says leaves the entire courtroom speechless.
I personally, myself, can't bring myself to want anybody to die. He did not show my children mercy by any means. But my kids loved him. And if I'm speaking on behalf of my kids and not myself, that's what I would have to say.
June 13, 2019, Jones was sentenced to death for the murders of his 5 children. If you find this video enlightening, kindly give it a thumbs up and subscribe.